Hello everyone, this is Zooc, and today I'm going to be drawing something a little bit different. This is going to be a commission for a tattoo design based on a heraldic symbol or a coat of arms sent by this individual who wants the coat of arms of Bavaria tattooed on his back. So this is going to be a full back tattoo. Of course it doesn't matter because it gets blown up on a copy machine anyway, but just thought I'd throw that in there. The coat of arms of Bavaria is quite complex in itself because it has 4 sectors. The shield has 4 divisions. It has another shield in the middle, and it has a lion on each side. But the guy sent that to me and sort of gave me free reign on changing it around and coming up with my own concept of it and giving it sort of a cool factor. The only thing he insisted on was that the central shield be kept and put somewhere. So it's going to be put in the middle as well. But I decided to ditch the 4 quarters because, well, first let's get into what they actually mean. Like, the wiki definition of the symbols themselves are confusing at best. But basically the regions are called very strange terms. Something like Dexter Chief. That's top left. So Dexter is the left side and Chief is the top left side. Each section of a shield has a certain name. So that's a lion as well. I think it's on the screen right now. At the Sinister Chief, so Sinister is right, there's the Franconian Rake. So basically just spiky stuff. The Dexter Base, Argent. These are terms that I've never encountered before. So the Dexter Base Argent is bottom left, basically. There's a blue panther, and at the Sinister Base, just or, the word or apparently means bottom right. There are 3 lions, which are black, which are drawn in a very cartoony way. And in the center there's a shield, and of course the overall shield is shaped as a crown. So these represent all sorts of regions of Bavaria, you know, like Upper Palatine, Franconia, you know, Franconian Rake, Bavaria, Swabia, all sorts of stuff. So, but of course I decided to switch it around because, quite frankly, the design of those lions looks like fucking ass, and not in the good way. And so I made my own version of it. This is going to be sort of a new thing for me because I've never really drawn lions before, so I had to do a bit of studying on lion anatomy. Now, these lions aren't perfect from an anatomical point of view because they're a bit shorter than what your normal, let's say, lion would look like. But that's intended because, first off, they're mythical creatures. Lions don't really stand like that, nor do dragons or any sort of animal that appears in these symbols most of the time. So it doesn't really matter. It just matters that they're somewhat resemblant of what they actually look like in reality. Because if you look at the coat of arms, those don't really look like lions other than the mane. Otherwise, there would be no real indicating factor that those were lions. They could be dragons. They kind of look like Chinese dragons to me, but maybe I'm just weird. The face actually looks really close to a Chinese dragon. And those other animals, like the panther on the bottom left, that definitely looks like a dragon. And those look like just cats with wattles. Is that wattled? Yeah, that's a word, I think. So black cats with wattles on the bottom right. So definitely not the most awesome design I've ever seen, but hey, it's the coat of arms of Bavaria, and I guess it's sort of a cool thing. So yeah, anyway, the lions are, I tried to do my best to make them completely symmetrical, but that's kind of a pain in the ass when you're not doing projections, and I did not do projections this time. I sort of outlined and went measured a little bit and went with just winged it, really. Didn't really measure much, and I mean, you know, getting perfect symmetry is definitely a pain in the ass. But as for the Franconian Rake, I decided to incorporate that in the form of spiky metal stuffs all over the shield. I don't know if it's supposed to be that shape, but I just saw it kind of looks the same. So yeah, just put some spiky metal stuffs and of course chains holding the central shield, the one in which is called the white and blue heart shield, and of course lots of spikes on the sides holding that one up as well. See, the thing with tattoo designs is that they don't really need to be insanely detailed. They don't really need to be super finished, because unless you're planning on displaying that certain piece, and I wasn't told that he was going to display it. Fact is that you only need the basic idea down, and of course, you know, just whatever details you decide to incorporate. Because quite frankly, if I was a tattoo artist and went to and got a client that was like, I want you to replicate this drawing exactly, I would feel kind of insulted because tattoo guys are supposed to know how to draw. They're supposed to know how to do just about anything you come to them with. So if you come to them with a completely finished drawing and you don't let them improvise whatsoever, that's really boring for them, and there's a higher chance that they would fuck up than letting them do their own thing. Because, you know, creating something is very rewarding. It's a very rewarding feeling, and when you are forced to just replicate like a robot, that's not as rewarding anymore. It's the same deal with the designers, aka me, and my clients. When they gave me like free reign, like do whatever the fuck you feel like works here. That's the best thing in the world. You know, it's fun to work that way. But when they say like, I want this font, I want this color, I want this shape, I want this and that, and it's like, what the fuck don't you do it yourself then? You know, of course, tattooing your own back is not really feasible. But you know what I mean. Yeah, you should always give a tattoo guy like some freedom to come up with his own thing and experiment a bit and improvise. Because, you know, if he fucks up, then you're clearly not gonna go to him and you're gonna ruin his reputation. And, you know, it's in his best interest to be good at what he does. So yeah, anyway, this is gonna be my most recent tattoo design. Hopefully the guy likes it. I haven't really shown it to him yet, but from what I understood, he was okay with my ideas, so hopefully it all works out. Please rate that shit if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.